What's up, guys? Welcome. Good morning. Hope you guys were not on the wrong side of that CPI shit this morning. Um, I've come to learn, Sensei. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, you guys. Today we're going to talk about strategy building. So we'll build a little strategy. Maybe we'll do some EMA strategy today. That could be quite fun. We'll just build a little quick strategy. We'll kind of test it out and back test a little bit. Now, back testing strategies isn't like 100%, but it can be a good start. But we'll play around a little bit, have some fun. Thanks to BingX obviously for sponsoring my video. Sorry, I gotta clear out my side things here. Okay. Thanks to BingX for sponsoring these awesome live streams. They've been a blast. Usually we do altcoin charts. So today I thought we'd mix it up, do a little strategy building. Thought it would be fun. I figured it'd be a good learning experience for some people too. So real quick, I told you guys I'd also talk about DXY. And the kind of the key here is, first off, this is kind of like a base. Like this looks like a little accumulation base. And then you have a breakout here. And I wonder if I posted this on Twitter. But you have my cat's, can you guys see my cat in the door? Hold on. Come on, dude. You guys see my cat in there, out there begging to come in? He's like, I want to come hang out. I want to join the live stream. What's up, guys? Welcome. Welcome. We got a lot of people coming in. Love it. But basically, we have like this basing pattern here. And then we have a reaccumulation and a reaccumulation spring. And we're seeing some major follow through right now, which is what happens after a reaccumulation spring. I'm actually going to pull up a graphic here. Give me 2 seconds. Ooh, look at DPZ going crazy. Freaking earnings today. Luckily, I only have a small position in this. I just got an alert on my phone, so I see what's going on. Yeah, DPZ popping off. Hopefully this thing nukes. Like, the monthly chart looks like shit. Anyway, let me go back to a DXY because I get distracted easily when I get notifications. All right, so reaccumulation. Actually, this is a pretty good graphic. Oh, cool. Look at that. I can even drag it on. Hey, get out of here. There's something on the other side of my screen now that's popping up. Okay, so this is cool, right? Look at this graphic, you guys. Not often do graphics like match this perfectly, but damn, look at that. Can I make this opaque? Oh, sweet, I can't. This is cool, you guys. I didn't know I could do this. Look at this. Bam. I want to like post this on Twitter. This is cool. Is that not? Oh, so this is like a perfect reaccumulation. I actually want to move this to front if I can. Bring to front. Okay, look at that. Let's post this on Twitter. That's a good graphic to share. People can get one teaser from the live stream. Okay. This is cool, you guys. Oh, look at that. Like, how perfect is this? Like, holy shnikes. I didn't think it was going to be that great. So that's one thing I want to talk about was this reaccumulation, right? Obviously, a reaccumulation, and it broke out. And the breakout is kind of where these lines are at. This is pretty straightforward stuff. So you got that breakout, and nice continuation now. And that's what happens after reaccumulation. And the cool thing is, like, let's just say you're hoping this is a spring. If you buy a reaccumulation spring and you believe it to be a spring, you should see price go up pretty much straight up. So if it doesn't, like if you think, well, this isn't enough time for reaccumulation, like from here to here, but let's just say that you bought here and you're like, all right, well, even if you bought here, you would sell because it started to break down, and then you could get back in if it starts to show that strength again. What is going on here? Got it. Okay, I don't know what's going on. But what you could do here is if you, again, buy and it starts to kind of fizzle out here, then you would just get out too. So anytime you get in these reaccumulation springs, and I think I got in one on like Uniswap last year for crypto, and it was like, well, we hope this is a spring. We hope it goes straight up, and it was like, just took off straight up. We're like, all right, sweet, that was a spring. We win. So anyway, that's what you should do with reaccumulation springs. But not only that, and this is a monthly time frame, you guys. Not only that, look at this reversal candle here. We have a very clear trend reversal candle here, which is invalidated with a close above here. So what happens here is, and usually after these reversal candles get flipped and closed above and retested, the trend continues very strong. And so what you're seeing here is a trend reversal here, candle, okay? And I have a candlestick video. If you want to watch it, it's in the BingX series on my YouTube, and basically it talks about how you would trade these candlestick patterns or how to use them, right? But anyway, so this is a trend reversal candle, so you expect a trend to go down. When it doesn't and it flips, that's like a complete invalidation of trend reversal, and then the trend usually continues strong. So that's exactly what we're seeing here. So more than likely, we're going to see this price continue up for at least this month off that retest, and maybe even next month, okay? So that's just something to keep in mind. But yeah, that's basically all I've got on the DXY. Just wanted to point that out. But yeah, so let's get into a little bit of strategy building. And we could do, I'm trying to think, let's not use the DXY chart for strategy building. We'll go to Bitcoin. And actually, I really did want to show you guys an example. Oh, here's a good example, actually, real quick, of what I just talked about. So you see this trend reversal candle, okay? It breaks up, retests, and goes strong. But not only that, it retests here. It never closes below. And what happens? Another strong continuation after that. So that's kind of how that works. And you'll see that a lot on different time frames. So anyway, so I've got the Gooner EMAs here. Let's get rid. Actually, can I just change them? I don't think I can change them on here. All right, let's just delete these. And then let's add. What should we add? EMA. Let's just add EMAs. Can we do a double? Let's see what that does. Does that just give us one? So why does it only give us one? Okay, well, let's add another one then. EMA. Okay, so we should have two now. So let's do that, and then let's add a third. Okay, so we'll add one more. Whoops, wrong thing. EMA. So we're going to add 3 EMAs, okay? We're going to have to edit these here, and let's just go to like a 4-hour chart for now. Okay? Or actually, we can use the, we'll get rid of the SMA. All right, so we're going to use 3 EMAs for this strategy. Let's build an EMA strategy and see what we can find, okay? So what we have to do here is click on this. Shit, I got to get clicked on one of these EMAs. Okay, so let's start with like a really fast-moving EMA. So let's use like 15, okay? And that'll get that out of the way. And then we're going to click on this again. And we're going to do, let's do something kind of close. Maybe like a 20. Okay. And then let's get this one, and we're going to make this one kind of slower moving. All right. And the thing of these EMAs is it's a moving average, right? So if I set it to 9, then it's going to average the price of the last 9 candles, and that's where it's going to be at. Or if I do it at 50, it's going to be the average price of the last 50 candles, okay? So let's do like a random, like let's do 66 here. I don't know why I picked that. But again, we're building our own strategy. And I don't know if this is going to be quite long enough. And again, you guys, we're just testing out a strategy right now. So if I'm a Gooner, does that make you Goonies? Sure. Go Goonies. Woo, Goon Clan. So anyway, somebody had a question at the beginning too, about, this is kind of off topic, but somebody asked about RSI divergences and MACD divergences. I don't use either of those. So, I mean, RSI divergences are pretty worthless in my opinion, because most people don't know how to use them. They can be used if you use them properly, but most people don't know how to use them. I actually made a really good video about RSI divergence, in my BingX series, or RSI, sorry, not RSI divergence, but it's like RSI hack or how to use RSI or whatever. And I think I have a video about it too in my breakfast trade series. But anyway, so let's get back to the strategy. I don't like how slow this is moving, so let's do like a 113. I like to do kind of random oddball numbers, okay? And I like how slow this is moving now. A little bit better. And let's go to like, we can stay on the 4-hour chart. Okay, so what we're doing here is we're trying to find something that can be profitable, right? And we're trying to find a trend. So what we're doing is we're just kind of setting these here, and I actually kind of want to go a little bit slower even. Because let's do, like, because most people don't trade low time frames like me, so we want to do something that we can, like, sit on for a little bit, right? Like, that we could short here, and then sit here, and just close when it breaks back above, right? Like, that's the goal here. So, and again, we're trading with the trend right now, right? So we're just basically, if we're looking for shorts, it's pretty easy. Now, of course, we have some longs here. We don't have any short confirmation yet on anything here. So let's go ahead and let's make this a little bit longer. Let's do like 120, 131. Let's do 131. I like that number, okay? So we got 131 EMA here. And then we're going to make these a little bit slower. Let's do like and let's make these stand out more because our colors are kind of the same. So let's make this one pink. Okay, now it's really easy to see. And we'll make the green one, maybe. I got to be able to click on it. Nailed it. We'll make this one light blue, I guess. I don't know. What color should we make it? Green? Pink and green? Was it already green? Now it's even harder to see. Good job. I messed it up. Okay. I'm not going to be able to click on it very easy. Here, wait. Got it. Okay. Let's do... Is purple... Purple's kind of close. Man, why is it so hard to pick a color for this? Blue is good, but it kind of matches. Red's really close. Although, honestly, I don't think we care that much about the colors. We probably... Well, let's see. How about white? Bam. That's easy enough to see. Okay, hopefully you guys can see this all okay. I'm trying to zoom out while still being zoomed in enough for you guys to see. So look at Bitcoin 20 EMA and 100 EMA in weekly. When the 20 crosses down, we bottom. Can you click on the arrow top left so it shows the indicators? Oh, yeah, sure. There you go. Good call. Okay, so we've got the 131 here. I like how slow moving this is. And then we've got, these are kind of a little bit faster moving. I kind of want like a faster moving one and a slower moving one. So let's do like 17 for the, was that the pink? And then for the white, we're going to do a little bit slow. Let's do like 30 or 40. If I can click on it. Okay, let's do like, wait, did I just make the white one? Hold on. 40 and 17. Okay. So now we're not going to get near as many crosses on these EMAs, right? Like, look how unoften they cross. And when they cross bullish above the 99 SMA, then you can see we did an nice little trend. And then when they cross bearish below the not 99. I don't know why I said 99. On my charts, I keep the 99. So that's why I'm going to be confused here. But anyway, so this is a 131 EMA. Okay. And this is the 40 EMA and the 17 EMA. Okay. So let's zoom out a little bit. So we're gonna be trading on the 4-hour chart, but we want to go to like the 1-day chart. And let's look at the 1-day. Okay. And let's see if we can find any like really good trends, solid trends here. What I'm noticing is that these EMAs are crossing bearish before we cross below, and they're crossing bullish before we cross above. And basically, almost if we just wait for these two to cross, right? If we wait for price action to get above the 131 or below the 131, after these have crossed, then we're actually like seeing, this is some really nice trend play here. Look at this. I mean, this is like very accurate actually. So if we were just looking on a daily time frame, we could technically, so we're waiting for them to cross, which is like our first confirmation. And then we're waiting for them to cross the 131 EMA. Okay. And once they cross the 131 EMA, we're going to look for a position on a retest. Okay. So let's just say that's our strategy for now. We're going to say, okay, price. So what we're looking for is first confirmation. 17 and 40 EMA cross bullish or bearish cross. And I would say opposite of the location, opposite to their correlation above or below the 131 EMA. Does that make sense, you guys? So if the EMAs, if we're below the 131 EMA, then we're looking for a bullish cross and then confirmation above, because we're waiting for confirmations here and we're waiting for that trend strength. And what this is showing right now is that we have some potential trend strength, and you're seeing it here. So we have potential trend strength here, but it actually never crosses bullish, right? So here we have a bullish cross, barely, and we have potential confirmation, number one. We have our first confirmation, okay? But we're not going to take that trade because we don't have our second confirmation. Now, what's our second confirmation? Okay, so our first confirmation is there. So you guys see we're building a strategy. First off, we're testing it out a little bit. Second off, we're making rules, because if you don't have rules for a strategy, then you have nothing, okay? So now our second rule or confirmation, would be now price, okay? Price action or price holding two closes above 131 EMA. Above, below 131 EMA after first confirmation. After first confirmation, successful or whatever. Confirmation confirmed. After first confirmation is confirmed. That's basically what I'm trying to say here. After first confirmation met. There we go. Okay. So now our second confirmation is price with two closes above or below, okay, depending on which direction it is. Above or below, which would be equal to the, which would be whatever the cross is, the 131 EMA, and after first confirmation is met. So here would be, let's just say we're starting out here. So we have our first confirmation, check. Second confirmation, no check, no trade, okay? And we go on. So then we have, again, our first confirmation here, bink, and we have a second confirmation here, okay? So when we're zooming in here, we would not be longing this, and we would not be longing this. Now we would be longing this retest right here, okay? And now what would be our invalidation? Okay. Invalidation of second after entry from second confirmation criteria being met. Two closes back on the other side of the 131 EMA, okay? And now if this strategy is great and you guys think it's going to be a good one, you can obviously use it. You can, adjust a little bit to meet your trading strategy a little bit better, or you can just use this kind of strategy that I'm using to build, this kind of steps that I'm using to build a strategy in your favor as well, right? Just to build your own strategy. So invalidation would be, so our manual stop loss or our stop loss would be two closes below the 131 EMA. And if I zoom in, you can see we have 0 closes below that EMA. So what would we do? We would keep holding. Okay? So we would keep holding, and now, of course, we need to figure out when to close. Though we would keep holding. Everything's bullish here, right? We've got both of our EMAs, bullish cross, and we've got them both above the 131 EMA. So everything's bullish. This tells me to keep holding my trade, and at some point, you've got to look to get out. So now you can either say, all right, we could do two closes below, we could do two closes below the EMAs, our fast-moving EMAs, or we could do extension above. We have extension here, which you may not always get extension, and of course, you have some extension here already, so I don't know if I like that. And we don't get any extension up here. So I would say we could either say two closes below which would still catch a nice chunk of profit here. If we just got in here and got out here, we're still getting 27% move. So that's pretty nice to me. So I think that's a good closing criteria, in my opinion. Or you could say close half if it closes below the pink one, right? The faster moving one, or 2 closes below. So you would close half if there's 2 closes below, and then close the rest if there's a 2 closes below both of them. Okay. Or if they touch, or if they cross, you could wait for a bearish cross. So there's multiple different avenues you could take and different things you could do for your take profits, right? Because we want to have rules for taking profit as well, so our taking profit is consistent, okay? You could wait until a full complete cross below, but that would kind of go into our opposite confirmations in the other direction, right? So there's just so many ways you could start. How do you decide where do you start your confirmation? Somebody asked. I don't remember if I answered this, but it's literally going to be different for every strategy you make. So it depends on your strategy. If you're waiting for divergences, if you're using like I use on balance volume or OBV divergence. I know I said I don't use RSI divergence earlier, but I do use OBV divergence. I don't use hidden divergence with OBV, FYI. But your confirmations are going to be different to every strategy you have. It could be a series of an indicator lining up with this and that and this, right? Like I could say top goon X here is crossback is holding bullish, so then that's why I would stay in. Or I could say OBV is looking strong here, so that's why I get in. But right now we're relying on our 3 EMAs and our price action, right? That's all we're relying on for the strategy and nothing else. So there we go. Our close criteria, let's just say for this one, we're going to close half. We're going to be a little conservative with the strategy, and so closing, let's say take profit criteria. Okay. And not only that, we would probably trail our stop loss. Like our stop loss at this point is most likely going to be below here. We could still wait for the 2 closes below, obviously. But usually for me, I just start to, trail my stop loss a little tight once I get the price moving. But, or, like even once we pop up here, if you get that much movement, obviously you're going to just want to put your stop loss to break even. But again, sometimes, you could do this, come wick below, and then come back up, and you never met your take profit criteria. So if you really just stick to your rules and you have them set, write them down, and then you're just going to be following them as they're written down, and that takes away your emotions. And that's kind of the biggest key, is to get rid of your emotions here. So take profit criteria, let's just say, just keep it easy, 2 consecutive, right? 2 candle closes above or below the fast moving, let me get this down here so it's easy, above or below the fast moving EMAs. Okay, and those are quicker moving because they're lower values. All right, so for this trade, we got our first confirmation, second confirmation for entry. Okay, because remember, the first confirmation is not a confirmation for entry. Second confirmation for entry, and actually let's just say that it doesn't even really need to say second confirmation, but anyway, second confirmation for entry. Okay, there we go. Feel free to screenshot this, you guys, or whatever. But anyway, so let's actually change these colors up too, so you can kind of see them a little bit better. Make it easier to read. What'd I do? Orange there. That's like, okay, here, I got an idea. Okay, bright orange. Then we'll just go down in the color tree. There we go. I'll make it broken up for you while still being visually pleasing. Yeah. Okay. Did I do it right? Woo, look at that. That's so pretty. It's like Halloween colors too. Okay. So that's basically what we're doing here, and let's just keep on going. And now this is a daily time frame, and let's just kind of go with it and see what we get. So we have, for a short here, we have bearish crossover. Okay, so we've already closed out our trade here for that 27% like we talked about. Okay, and so our entry would have been here. Let's go back and talk about this real quick. And exit would have been here. Okay, nice 27% move. Okay, so here we're watching. We get our first criteria. Is our second criteria met here? Nope. Notice we have one close below, one close above, and are we waiting for these to cross? No, we're not. Closes above 131, first confirmation met, because these are following price anyway. Okay, so now we have a close below, one close below, two closes below, and we have now missed our trade. Okay, so we have missed our trade. We're not going to get entry here. Look how far this moved. All right, so maybe we could have gone to a 4-hour chart and found an entry and caught it sooner, but if we're doing daily time frame, we have missed a short entry. And the reason we're not going to chase here is because, look, it kind of goes right back against us anyway, and there's no really move for us here. So we missed our entry. Shit happens. We move on. We don't take the trade because we didn't get our entry on retest of the 131 EMA. Did I actually write that down? Price closes above 131 EMA, and, you would enter on a retest. I could write that down there, but anyway. So here we go. We look for a long again because now these have crossed bullish below, okay? So now we wouldn't have entry criteria met yet here. And that's probably very important because what could happen is, yeah, price closed above here. Our EMAs are still bearish. Not only that, sometimes when that happens, it's not a very strong move and it just goes right back below. Okay, so no confirmation yet. We now have a cross here, okay? And we have a retest here. So now we can enter. All right. And yes, so somebody asked if this applies to all time frames. It could. We don't know. We would want to kind of test it out on multiple time frames. But yeah, like we could probably run this same strategy on the daily chart and go to the 4-hour chart and run it as well. And not only that, sometimes you can actually go to, like, let's say we're already in a long on the daily time frame, right? Let's say back here. Okay, and this is how you can kind of trade the trend on lower time frames. Let's say we're long here, we just longed, we assume the trend is up. Then you can go to lower time frames and try to catch this move, and you could close those positions while still holding this position and still make money with the trend, right? And then, like, let's say you go to like a 2-hour chart and you catch a quick move and it fizzles out here and you close, and then you get a 2-hour or like a 30-minute short confirmation, like up here, and it drops, and then it crosses back here, and you close your 30-minute trade. So you can catch multiple moves within a move using the same strategy on different time frames. So hope that helps. So let's go back here. We finally have our confirmation here. Confirmation number 1. Okay. Confirmation number 2. We already have our multiple closes below. We now have a retest. We have we don't have 2 closes below here, and we can get in right here. So this is our second entry for this trade. Okay, and remember, we did not get our trade here. And this is a daily swing trade time frame, you guys. So a lot of people think that they need to be in a trade at all times. And they force them. And you don't need to be in a trade at all times. Like, they'll force a short here because they think price is going to nuke, but they didn't have the confirmations for price to really break down. Okay? So, I just totally blanked. Hold on. So, look, we exited here on August 29th. It took us all the way till October 7th to get another trade. So we went a whole month without catching a trade on this time frame. Okay, on this time frame, we went a whole month without a swing trade. That's totally fine. Okay? Don't have to be in a swing trade at all times. Maybe we're in a 2-hour chart or a 4-hour chart or a 1-hour chart in the between time, okay? So we get our entry criteria here. And our exit, so we're in our entry criteria. Price is not closed below twice. Okay. Take profit criteria is now in effect, and this is what we're looking at. And our take profit criteria is 2 candle closes above or below the fast moving EMAs. Now, of course, above doesn't make sense when we're in a long, so it's going to be the opposite of what we're in, right? So obviously we're doing 2 closes below here. Okay, we get 1 close below. We are considering taking profit here at 15% profit. But what happens? We get our close back above. The show goes on. Now look over here. We have 1 close below, 2 closes below. We are now out of that position. We have exited per our criteria. Now, if price continues to go up here, good for it. Okay? We followed our rules. We made a nice trade. We move on. Okay? And we now captured a 40% move. Man, let's just make this strategy. Let's go. Right? Okay. So now we look for, so now we have a bearish cross. All right, I'm going to get rid of this. All right, so we actually now have a bearish cross, so we're going to look for our criteria to be met. Okay, and you can see here, we break below, price goes up. We don't have two closes below. We don't have two closes below yet. We now, 1, 2, closes below, and now we could take an entry here. Okay, so we would take an entry here. Now, one thing you could consider doing is waiting until the EMAs actually cross for full confirmation, which is going to be even stronger confirmation. But again, for this, we have met our criteria for the strategy we set forth. Okay, so we have two closes below here, 1, 2. So we take entry, and we have one close above, not two closes above. So we continue to hold our position. Now we have two closes above. So what do? We're going to close our position. 1, 2. We're going to close our position here. We took a small loss. It happens. So now we're 2 of 3. Okay. And we entered here. We exited here, and we took a 6% loss after taking a 40% and what, a 15%, or what was it, 27? So after taking a 25% win and a 40% win, we have now lost 6%. I think we're doing okay, right? 40% win, 6% loss. So big wins, small losses. Woohoo! We're killing it, you guys. Yeah, somebody said DXY looks like a lower high on daily. It definitely could be. We'll go look at that just real quick because it's pertinent. Yeah, I mean, this could definitely be a lower high, an outside bar here. I mean, it's not looking pretty. But again, we don't have a bearish cross just yet. But that's not our strategy for this, right? Is Starbucks... What is going on, you guys? These stocks are crazy. Look at this gap up. I can't believe stocks just always do this shit. They like gap down, and they gap up, and then they'll tank, right? Because they fill the gap. It's so crazy. Anyway, okay, let's go back to our strategy. Distracted again. Bitcoin's breaking up. Trying to break up a little bit. Okay. So we're on the daily chart, and we're all the way over here. Where'd it go? Oh, I think I clicked on the wrong Bitcoin. No. Where did our stuff go? Where are you? There we go. I'll just go backward till I find it. I don't know how it disappeared. There we go. Okay. We back. Okay. Keep an eye on stocks. All right. So let's see. So yeah, 4% win. Where was that last one at? Right up here. Okay. Here we are. Why isn't this dude trading with all the volatility? Oh, I'm sorry, Merp, for the free content. Get the fuck out of here, man. You're in timeout. Actually. Oh, whoops. How do I put you in timeout? There you go. You can't talk anymore. Okay. Who's going to complain about me doing a free charting free session while there's volatility? Like, dude, I'm already up. My stock account's already up 2% today. I'm chilling. I don't need to trade anymore this week. The audacity of some people. Okay. Anyway, so we took a loss here. Let's get back to where we're at. After the distracciones. Okay. So we took the loss here, and we still have our first criteria met here. And what happens? Our second criteria is now met again. So we got 1, 2 closes below. We enter on a retest right here. So now this is our fourth entry. Okay, remember we're 2 for 3 now. And let's see. When do we get our second close below or above? Woo, baby. And look at that. So 1, 2 closes right here. This would be our exit criteria that we talked about right here. And we now have just captured a 40% move to the downside, okay? So, literally we have two 40% wins. We have a 25% win and a 6% loss now on this strategy. Let's just keep going down the line and see what happens here. So, we have confirmation 1, no confirmation 2. And now we have confirmation 1. Down here somewhere is a bullish cross, and confirmation 2 right here. Okay, so we have 1, 2 closes above. we actually have, it's kind of a choppy shit show here. We have 2 closes above here, okay, and then 2 closes below here. So that actually could have shaken us out again for a small loss. And again, we're making 40% and 40% and 25%. We could take these small losses, okay? And you get 2 closes above here. And this one kind of shitty, fizzles out a little bit, because basically what's going to happen here is if you enter here on this second close, you're not getting much of a retest. And your 2 closes come down here. So this would be a minimal gain trade if you're playing by the rules. But still, you know, 5% maybe. Okay, so not much there, but you get a little bit of movement. Then we look for here again, our confirmations. Oh shoot, hold on, okay, confirmation 1 again, bearish crossover, and we look for 2 closes below, and this is where it gets kind of choppy. You would probably get stopped out once here, okay, and then you would get back in down here. So you get stopped once here again for a small loss, okay, 5% loss. But then you would get back in here. When you get 2 closes below, you get your retest. And look at this. We don't have 2 closes above this yet. And here's where you would close, okay? So again, we're not always closing at the exact bottom. We would have missed some move here. But, okay, 33% move. And so now we've taken maybe 3 or 4, maybe 2 or 3 losses for 5% each, and we've had 4 or 5 wins for 30% or more. Would you use leverage on any of these trades? I don't know. You tell me. It just depends. Well, I mean, if you're shorting, you're technically using leverage, but you can also 1x short. Remember, you can't. If you're using 100x leverage, it's not going to work on these, because a 0.7% stop loss on leverage stops you out. So you can maybe do 1 or 2% leverage, right? Something low. If you're swing trading, you shouldn't be using high leverage on swing trades. So that's what I would say. But again, we just caught a nice big move, and now we have to wait until we get another confirmation. And we'll do one more confirmation here, and then we'll call it good. Because, I mean, that's pretty much it, you guys. Like, if this is a strategy you feel comfortable using, go for it. Like, I mean, it looks really nice as a swing trade strategy already. So if you like this, have at it. Again, we have our bullish cross here. We have our 2 closes above. And so we could try to get in here or a retest. We never really got our retest. So in that case, I would maybe go half size on these ones that don't actually retest. Okay, and I would go full size on the retest. But again, you could write that into your rules as you see variables happen, because the whole goal is not every strategy is going to be perfect immediately. So you have to kind of adjust them as you go and kind of see what works. You know, you're like, oh, well, 3 out of 5 times I'm missing this or whatever. So it's going to be different. It's going to change. It's going to be evolving. But you can, you know, once you develop your strategy and get a good base, then you can kind of tweak it to really maximize it, right? You could say, well, actually, I'm missing my exits up here, but I've noticed that if I wait for bearish divergence on OBV, that usually I'm catching close to the top of my exit or whatever, right? So there's just so many different variables. But anyway, so you would do that. You would enter here somewhere, okay? You never quite got your retest, but very close. And then you get 2 closes below right here. So again, another smaller trade, okay? 10% move, but still better than... I mean, we're still catching some of these moves here. And, of course, you know, you can always shave if you really feel like it. But if you're just sticking with your strategy, you're going to be following that. So, thanks, you guys. No, thanks for joining, you guys. I appreciate it. Oh, I appreciate it, Merp. He said, no, I wasn't being mean. He just said I was just questioning why you weren't trading during volatility. You were doing free stuff for us. All right, that's fair. I thought you were just being a jerk. Too many jerks online all the time. Try to just keep it positive, you know? Like, I don't know. Everyone, like, if you don't like what somebody posts, just fucking unfollow them. Like, who cares, right? Like, don't give them your time. So, anyway, you guys. Here is all of our rules that we created. So, if you want to screenshot them, go for it. But yeah, we just basically created a strategy that had, in summary, like what, a 40%, wait, we had like a 27% win, 40% win, 6% loss, I remember that one, and then like a 5% loss, and then like a 40% win. Would we have like one like 5% win in the middle? 5% win. And then we had, what was that last one? 15% win. New daily. Hey, let's get this out of here. Let's see. New swing trade. New daily time frame swing trade strategy. Gooner daily time frame swing trade strategy. Bam. And let's make that color green because we like green. Okay. So there we go, you guys. There you have it. Our new daily strategy that we just created gave us a grand total. What's the total there? I don't want to do the math. I'll do the math. 27 plus 40 minus 6 minus 5 plus 5 plus 40 plus 15. 116% total profit. Bam! That's beautiful. And actually, let's delete this. There we go. Cool. So yeah, I mean, there we have it. That's all I got for you guys today. Do you monitor your exit manually on the daily, or do you have? I mean, for this one, it was a manual. For this specific strategy, it was all manual. So yeah, that's all I got. Looks like the market's bouncing. I might have to close some more of my short exposure. I closed a little bit this morning, but I might have to close more. So anyway, you guys, I'm gonna go check all my trades out. That is your swing trade strategy for today's live stream. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you all for joining. Make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube, please. And yeah, I'll see you later. Peace. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you all for joining. Make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube, please. And yeah, I'll see you later. Peace.